Hey there. I'm going to take you through a ground-based warm-up that I like to advance people to once they've gotten the basics of understanding 90-90 knee hovers, 90-90 lunges, basically understanding the angles of their hips, knees, and ankles a little bit more. So perfect to do as a warm-up for your core or any other movement. If it's like a restorative day, you could consider this restorative work. I consider this is like maintenance work. It's kind of like brushing your teeth for your body. You just do it, okay? So what you need is a dedicated space, maybe my voice, and then as you start to understand the motor control and the cueing and what it feels like, you can do it on your own, okay? So what I'm going to do is take you through it. I'll probably move a little bit faster than what I would recommend. I would say, hey, do this on your own for, make it last 10 minutes, but I'll probably do it in just about 5 minutes. So first thing you're going to do is come laying belly down, okay? So head, hips, and heart all face the floor, all right? I want you to make a pillow with your forehead. Now, I'm going to start to push the tops of my feet down, and my kneecaps are lifting off the ground. Okay, you might not be able to see that, but I need you to know that I'm pushing actively, getting my quads to turn on. All right, from here, all I want you to do, keep your forehead heavy, pick up your elbows, hands, and forearms. So I'm here, I lift up, and I breathe. I take a rest. I pick up only my forehead, keeping my chin down. Side bend my right ear to my right shoulder. Side bend my left ear to my left shoulder. Go through the middle. Turn my head to face my right side. Turn my head to the left to face my left side. Back to center. Engage the legs. Rest the head. Pick up the upper body. Now I want you to laterally flex. So your spine is going to side bend to the right. And then to the left. Keep holding. Extend your hands back. Try to flatten your low back. Good. Let your knees rest. Make a pillow. Bend your knees to 90. Press your knees down hard enough that your hips come up. And now breathe into the waist. Knee push up to child's pose. And come to a tabletop. Alright, so knees are under your hips, shoulders are over your wrists. First thing I want you to do, pick up your right knee and ankle, draw 4 circles in each direction, like baseball-sized circles. Do the left side. Now take your arm out to a T, 4 axial rotations. So internal and external rotation of the humerus. Do the other side. Now I'm going to work a 90-90 hover. So I pick up my knees a few inches and I hold. Alright? I want you to start to send your hips towards your heels, keeping your knees low. Keep your shoulders where they are, start to straighten your legs. If your heels can touch the ground, that's great. If not, that's fine. Then shift your body forward, come to a plank. It's going to feel like a really high plank, that's fine. Bend your knees again. Sit your hips towards your heels. Hold, breathe. Press into your palms strong. Straighten the legs. Go to a plank. Good. Lower the knees all the way down. Walk your hands back, come to a tall kneeling. Hold. I want you to sit down, Sit up, so give me anywhere from 2 to 4 hip extensions. Good. Put your hands halfway. I'm sitting my butt halfway to my heels. I want you to isolate and segment your low back. So I'm just slowly rounding and extending, or flexing and extending, or rounding and arching. Okay, you can't see it in the video, but I'm really thinking about and putting my awareness into my lumbar spine. You don't want to be like becoming Humpty Dumpty at the mid-back. Use your breath to determine the speed of the motion. Good, come to tabletop. Do a knee hover. Hips back. Straighten the legs. Come forward to plank. Set up for a regular plank. Again, it's more beneficial to have your hips high than low. All right, pick up your right leg, take it behind you, and then bring your right knee and right shin behind your right wrist. All right, so we're in an active pigeon. Now, left leg is squeezing towards the ceiling. Come onto your forearms. Hold. You're doing your best to take any sort of arch out of your low back. You could stay here. You could come up to straight arms. But I want your back heel pushing hard. All right? You can even take your right arm out to a T. You can take your right arm up. Start to walk your hands back. All right, and then I want you to press into your hands, press into the back foot, see if you can hover that leg. Take it up and back, good. Let's do the other side. So now you're gonna pick up your left leg, step it through, keep your right quad squeezing, come to your forearms. Find the length in the back of your neck. The more you can drop your chin to your collarbone, the more efficient the breathing is going to get to the back of the cervical spine. Good. Maybe you take the arm. You take whatever progression you did on the other side. Okay. Press into that right foot. Push into both your hands. Take the leg up and back. Nice. And then I want you to either walk your hands to your feet, feet to your hands. Come to a flat back. So knees are pushing on my wrists, palms face forward. All right, every time I exhale, sit your butt lower. Inhale, lift your arms. Exhale, butt lower. Inhale, lift your arms. And I'm only moving like a centimeter at a time. Touch the floor, forward fold. Good. Step back, knees down. There you go. Okay, so this is just like a little bit of a full body warm up. It also really gets the basics of body control and isometric positions down. I like it because it educates people, the client or yourself, on loading the legs, extending the back, flexing the back. And then that active pigeon is really important because I want your legs to understand how to push into the floor. So when I'm in that active pigeon and I'm pressing my heel back, like you'll see, like here I am in it. Okay, you want to make sure you don't, like when I push back, you don't want your foot to slide because that's going to kind of slouch and slacken everything. I'm pressing the foot down, all right? And like one day you want to be able to support yourself without your arms, and that's because of the strength of my back leg and the strength of the front leg pushing into the floor. That stuff comes later, but for now just focus on trying to create the stretch in the joint by engaging the muscles around the joint. So people do pigeon because they want a hip stretch. Well, what this active pigeon does is it makes all the muscles that attach in and around the whole hip capsule to turn on, so that by the muscles tensioning and creating a contraction, it actually takes the stress off of the hip joint from all angles, and that's what's going to give you the stretch. Instead of slouching into pigeon and your tendons and your ligaments becoming overly lax, which, by the way, doesn't bounce back like a muscle. Like ligaments and tendons don't have the elasticity that muscle fibers have. So by doing this variation, you're going to create that stretch effect and still get the range of motion you desire without having to worry about falling into a compensation or causing more irritation and inflammation on the joint. So this was what I wanted to show you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.